I'm sure many of you have seen something that has motivated you or inspired you to go out and try it for yourself, like for instance rock climbing or dirt bike riding. And when you watch the pros do it, they make it seem so effortless. But when it's your turn to go out and try it, you realize that it's a lot harder than it looks. Well, I had that very same experience, except for me, it was attempting to make a short film during the summer right before I left for college. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. So I'm going to be covering three main points. The first being the reasons why I wanted to make this short film. The second being the actual making of the film. And the third being the aftermath of production and how that affected my life. So jumping right into my reasons for making the film in the first place. For starters, I've always had a great passion for film. Ever since I saw the 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie when I was about 4 years old, I've spent all my free time watching films. Another reason was that in high school I met my best friend who also shared that same passion with me. And considering that summer was going to be the last time that we were going to have or spend every day together, we wanted to make the most of that time by making the short film. But ultimately, my main motivator for making it was the fact that despite my great passion for cinema, I decided on engineering for my college major, and making this film was going to be my way of finding out if I had made the right choice or not. So now that I've covered my reasons for wanting to make the film, I'm going to talk about the incredibly stressful process that was production. It started with the writing process, which already began to spark tiny arguments between me and my friend over creative differences, what we wanted the film to be about. And we eventually decided on basically think Dog's Purpose meets Groundhog's Day. A man finds out that he can reincarnate every time he kills himself. It was a great idea at the time. So then we got to writing. The writing process took a little over a month, so that only left us with 3 weeks left for production. So that caused even more stress between us as we were really starting to feel the time crunch. On top of that, we only had a $0 budget, so we were basically relying on the goodwill of our family and friends for extra actors and whatnot. So to add on top of that, the final day we had of filming, we had to get a lot of scenes done, and in the middle of all of that, all of the animosity and tension that was building between my friend and I boiled over, and we blew up into a huge argument that was barely even about the film. It was just us bickering at each other. And after we had gotten the shots we needed, that's how we left things. We parted ways. So now that I've covered my reasons for wanting to make the film and the actual process of production, I'm going to be talking about the aftermath and how it affected me. The immediate aftermath was the next day I moved to my dorm, and I unfortunately wasn't that sad that from the absence of my best friend. And it would be 3 months before we talked again, but finally he reached out, we reconnected, we apologized to each other, and honestly I can say that we've been better friends ever since. And we're still best friends to this day. But another way this film impacted my life afterwards was since we had to use a lot of our friends for extra actors and whatnot, that I got to see them one more time after graduation and before moving to college. And for a lot of them, it's probably the last time I'll ever see them. So it was I'm glad I did it. It was a good experience to get to see them like one more time. But in terms of the actual movie itself, not gonna lie, it kind of sucked. The acting was terrible, mainly because me and my friend were the main actors, and the writing was a mess. The plot barely made sense. It wasn't our best work, but I'm still proud of it, and I'm glad we did it because now I'll never sit around regretting and wondering if I ever could have. But Yeah, in conclusion, this film helped me realize that what I thought I wanted to do wasn't what I really wanted to do in life, and I'm very grateful for that. First, I covered why I wanted to make the film. Second, the actual process of making the film. And third, how it ended up affecting my life. And I hope that some of you can relate to this experience that I've shared today. Thank you.